We need to talk about Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia because lately they've been on fire. So much so that they seem to be coming for everyone. But can they really be as top notch as they seem? Hey everyone, welcome to episode 14 of the Raider Report. I'm your host Travis, bringing you the latest in Enthusiast news. Kia and Genesis, or I should say Hyundai, as they own Genesis, has come a long way. I remember back in the day, they were the bottom of the barrel cars that you can get. Cheap, unreliable, and fairly unattractive. They weren't even a discussion in the enthusiast world, and I'm talking back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know when it was that they lost that stigma, but their growth has been astounding. Even though Kia has picked up some other unfortunate stigmas along the way, overall, both brands have been making some really great new models and selling a whole lot of them. Kia selling over 3 million vehicles globally for 2024 and Hyundai over 4.1 million vehicles. Not small numbers by any means. Those companies are a testament of pushing through all the bad press, and there was a lot of it. Unfortunately, a lot of it was true. They made terrible vehicles back then. So what happened? When did they go from stay away at all costs to competing with the top dogs? I don't know. But what I do know is that these new concepts are absolute winners. Starting off with the Gran Coupe and Convertible, two concepts from Genesis based off of their flagship G90 sedan. Luxury two-door sleek big body vehicles? They're absolutely gorgeous. The Gran Coupe supposedly inspired by Mediterranean olive trees with that exquisite olive green paint sitting atop those lovely gold wheels. The whole car just flows beautifully, and having no B-pillars just helps complete the look. The olive tree theme continues on the inside with green leather, olive wood veneer with olive leaf themed accents. Not just any cheap old leather either. Deeply quilted leather upholstery. It looks like they're ready to go after Bentley with how classy it looks inside. Now, I dislike convertibles as they are not my thing, but the Convertible has me awestruck. Do you see these colors? That purple atop of that blue is just perfection. Such a color combo that just complements each other so well. This one is inspired by fine wines, and I can definitely see the quality wine shining through the colors. Both should be powered by the G90's power plant, which is a twin-turbo V6 pumping out 375 horsepower out of a 3.5 liter. You could also option it out as a hybrid, adding a 48-volt battery and e-supercharger, bumping that output to 409 horsepower. Not a huge jump, but would definitely be noticeable. These are just concept cars, so no certainty that they will be coming out, but with how ready they look, I wouldn't be surprised if Genesis decided to launch them sooner than later. When I talk about Kia, it brings back not so good memories of all the bad press they received, due to all the adolescents who call themselves Kia boys easily boosting these cars from people. It did not inspire trust in the brand's security and also pushed insurance rates through the roof. They have since then remedied the issue on their new models, but although they make solid cars, they have been lacking in a few areas, namely sports cars and trucks. The Stinger is no longer around, and with no news of a follow-up, the lineup is looking somewhat bland. Well, it seems they are taking their aim at the truck market with the new Tasman. It targets the likes of the Toyota Tacoma and the Chevy Colorado ZR2, both staples in the truck community. Specifically though, I want to talk about the concept that is the Weekender, a beefed up version of the Tasman that is clearly about business. Now, I'm not the wisest when it comes to off-road machines, but this one looks stunning. The design looks practical, but really well thought out. The front end looks well proportioned and ready to take a beating. It almost looks army-inspired with the colors and design elements. It's a huge improvement over the regular Tasman that was not so well received. It's like the Tasman is a not-so-attractive prepubescent that went through puberty, and the Weekender is its adult form, bringing all the characteristics it lacked. Not too much info on its powertrain, unfortunately. We know the RC version of the Tasman will be powered by a 2.2-liter turbo diesel driving all four wheels through an 8-speed auto. It'll have a tow rating of 3,500 kgs, or roughly 7,700 pounds. It's not just trucks they are applying upgrades to. The PV5, which is one of their electric vehicles showcased at SEMA 2024, has also undergone the Weekender treatment, and it looks just as exhilarating as the Tasman's version. With additions that turn it into a camper-like van, it's actually pretty ingenious how they set it all up. The van itself is quite compact, meaning it takes up less space in its traveling form. I would guess that also translates to better efficiency on the road. When switching to camper style, the van transforms itself, allowing the roof to expand with a tent-style covering. Although the exterior is pretty cool, it is fairly basic. The interior is where this van shines. It's all about customizability with versatility, and it has that in spades. About the coolest feature this van has is the trail lounger on the passenger side. It's a manual reconfiguration of the cabin where you can rotate the front passenger seat to face rearwards, use framework within the cabin to create a table-like frame, pull removable cushions off the walls of the van, and lay them on this frame to create a lounge that looks right out of the passenger side sliding door out into the open. Imagine doing this over a mountainside or the beach, just relaxing in your lounge chair inside your weekender, protected directly from the elements, but having the view of the landscape with a cold beverage in your hand. It sounds like the most relaxing experience. Unfortunately, in their current forms, neither weekender is in production shape. The PV5 weekender is missing B-pillars, which is an integral part of allowing it to be production ready. As for the Tasman weekender, Kia straight up said although they want to enter the US truck market, the Tasman is not the model they want to do that with. Although that is a shame, seeing these concepts and what they are working on leaves hope for some truly innovative truck models in the future that will bring new features that no current manufacturer has been able to offer. I don't normally cover these types of vehicles, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia have been stepping their game up, and with all the innovation they have displayed, I'm hoping they can bring some new perspective into the struggling low-end performance world as well. What do you guys think? Leave your comment in the section below and let's talk about it. That's all today for the Radio Report. Be sure to check out last week's video and subscribe to stay updated for the latest Enthusiast news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.